In May 12, 2017, a large-scale ransomware attack affected hundreds of thousands of computers across the globe. Aptly named Wannacry, it has caused widespread disruption to many organizations, including Nissan, FedEx and the UK's National Health Service. According to Europol, the attack was unprecedented in scale. Keep reading to find out what you need to know about Wannacry and other ransomware attacks, and how you can protect your business from serious disruption. What is ransomware? Ransomware is malicious software that encrypts files on your computer, preventing you from being able to use them. It can also affect files that you share with others, such as those stored on a file server or network-attached storage, NAS. This is an important point, as it may take only one computer in your network to become infected in order to cause serious harm across the entire business. Why is this malicious software called ransomware? It's called ransomware because in order to recover your files, you need to pay a ransom to the malware author. Normally you pay this using Bitcoin, which is untraceable. When you pay the ransom, you will receive an unlock code which you can enter to recover your files. How does my computer become infected? It's really easy. Usually you receive an email that contains an infected attachment, or a link to a website. When you open the attachment or click on the link, your computer becomes infected. How do I know if my computer is infected? The malware will display a message informing you that your files have been encrypted, and advising you of how to pay the $300 ransom. What happens if I don't pay the $300 ransom? If you don't pay the ransom within the required time, usually as little as 24 to 48 hours, the extortionist deletes the unlock code. It is then impossible to decrypt your files. If you have a recent backup copy of your files, you may be able to restore them from there. If you don't have a backup, your files are lost forever. Should I pay the ransom? We don't believe in rewarding people for criminal behavior, so our answer is usually a very strong no. However, if you don't have a recent backup, paying the ransom may be the only way to get your files back. Although paying the $300 ransom will enable you to recover your files, it leaves a backdoor to your computer, potentially allowing it to be hacked in the future. How can I protect myself against ransomware? Tip 1. Keep your operating system and application software up to date. Yes, internet access is expensive. But the cost of not patching your system can be far greater. The Wannacry attack exploited a Windows security hole that Microsoft patched on March 14, 2017. Wannacry cannot infect systems that have been patched with all the latest security fixes. Although anti-malware software is vital, it can only work reliably when your software has been properly updated. Tip 2. Use a leading anti-malware package and keep it up to date. We use and recommend Bitdefender. In our testing we have found it to be the most effective against the higher level of threats that we see in everywhere. Free anti-malware software is largely ineffective, and you should avoid it. Tip 3. Educate your users. Security is everyone's responsibility. Many malware attacks start with an email containing an infected attachment or a link to a malicious website. Users should only click on links or open attachments from people that they know and trust. Unfortunately, even that is not quite enough. Some malware sends emails to everyone in the user's contact list, so the email may look legitimate. If you weren't expecting an attachment from someone, it's often wise to check with them before opening it. Tip 4. Keep effective backups. In a business environment, you should back up all of your data at least every night. Backups should be stored safely off-site. We can advise you on an effective backup strategy and help you to implement it. Tip 5. Personal devices should comply with organizational IT security policy. Most infections that we see on business networks are introduced from personal devices that belong to staff, contractors or visitors. These devices may not be correctly patched, or they may not have proper anti-malware protection. This places the business network at risk. You can avoid these dangers by requiring that personal devices comply with your organization's security policy before they can be connected to the office network. A better, low-cost method is to build a separate wireless network that isolates personal devices from the business network, limiting the damage that they can cause. There are many other options, and we can help you to choose which one will best suit your budget and requirements. Tip 6. Go professional, implement business-grade protection. Almost all of our customers use centrally managed and monitored software updates and anti-malware protection. This avoids the totally unreliable approach of having all of your end users managing their own updates, or disabling them entirely. In our experience, unmanaged updates simply don't work in a business environment. For many of our customers, we have also implemented rock-solid protection that constantly backs up changed files across the entire business. Case study. One of our customers recently fell victim to a ransomware attack which originated from a laptop belonging to an employee. Company policy permitted staff-owned devices to access personal webmail, a practice we generally recommend against. The attack originated in an infected email attachment, and it encrypted mission-critical files in the organization's shared network folders. Within 1 hour of the attack, we had recovered 100% of their lost files, up to date as at 4 minutes prior to the attack. Without our business-grade data recovery solution, they would have needed to restore from the previous night's backup. This would have taken many hours, with loss of the entire day's work performed since the previous backup. Our customer organization has since tightened their security policy in line with our advice. The best approach to security involves having multiple layers. A great deal of protection can be implanted on even a small budget. I have a Mac. I'm safe, right? The Wannacry ransomware exploits a specific Windows vulnerability, so it doesn't affect Macs. However, most Mac users will have noticed that Apple frequently issues security updates. All operating systems are vulnerable to malware attacks. However, because Windows is more widely used, malware developers concentrate their efforts on attacking Windows. Professional security researchers advise that Mac OS is not inherently more secure than Windows. Therefore, Mac users still need to take the same steps to protect themselves as what Windows users do. Mac users who believe, incorrectly, that they do not need anti-malware protection are at greater risk than Windows users who use anti-malware. Thank you for watching.